Symbolic is considered by many to be the best Death album ever. But people also consider like every Death album to be the best Death album ever, so that means nothing at this point. But I think this is the most popular album from the band, Symbolic. For the longest time was also my favorite. The album came out in '95 and the artwork is very, very cool. It is called Symbolic and has like a lot of weird symbolic imagery, especially with the eye and the weird hands holding the people. Now this is the album where they really start playing with progressive death metal. Some of the songs in here sound like technical, great death metal. Songs like 1,000 Eyes, Empty Words, Crystal Mountain, Without Judgment, shit like that is fucking awesome. Some of my favorite songs from them. That's why this album gets so much credit, because it's filled with absolute classics. And Crystal Mountain is considered the band's best song ever, and it has some really bizarre drumming from Gene that sounds like prog. The demos that Chuck sent Gene claims were more like the style of power metal or just normal metal, and Gene says that he had to add like a crazy assault of drums to even make it still sound death metal. So it makes me think that Chuck, because he wanted to do the whole Controlled Denied thing, which is what Gene claims that the song sounded like, it makes me think that Chuck was trying to make this sound like a power death album or something like that, but it was Gene that was actually the one that really got them back on track in a way to the death metal sound. Even though Zero Tolerance is a weird song because it's so slow and so straight to the point, more of a heavy metal way, Gene adds such a weird touch to it with like crazy drumming that sounds very heavy, and still Chuck's aggressive vocals that still kind of sounds more like a slower death metal song. I do really like the song Symbolic, even though it's more heavy, more of a groove. It's still, to me, very death metal. I almost forgot to talk about the song Sacred Serenity, and Gene totally makes this song what it is, because on paper, with its riffs, it's just more of like a standard song, like Gene was saying, like more of a standard metal song, but the drumming is so fucking crazy and all over the place, especially in like the intro, that it sounds like a really crazy technical death metal song, and the grooves throughout it are very badass because of Gene's like crazy double bass rolls. Here's why the album hasn't aged too well for me, because the songs up until this point are good. We'll get to the last two songs in the album, Misanthrope. Some that I've always felt was really awkward, especially in the chorus and like the second chorus, because the main chorus just has a riff that sounds a lot like Flattening of Emotions, but like a limp version of that. And then the second chorus is just absolutely monotonous and boring. And you want to talk about monotonous and boring? Perennial Quest is the worst death song ever. Almost 9 minutes of boring fucking shit. This is when Chuck is ruining his own sound, okay? He's taking it way too far into this prog side where it doesn't sound death metal anymore, really. It just sounds like a boring prog song that's not even that good. There's not even like a single good riff in this song, except until maybe in like the chorus section, like the on the Perennial Quest part. That riff is pretty damn cool. But the rest of it's really boring. It's all really slow chugged. And then you get the really fucking dull, heavy doom parts that go on for like minutes straight. And then the solo section's dull as well. And then it goes absolutely nowhere for most of the whole song. And then you get to the end where you have like a little acoustic part. It just feels like a ton of wasted time. And that's my biggest gripe with this song and on the whole next album, is that Chuck starts, instead of writing really good riffs, just filling time with slow proggy stuff that's boring. And no, I don't have it out for prog, you fucking retards. I don't think that death metal works as well with prog unless you fucking have good riffs and good performances to back it up. It has the performances, I guess, but the riffs here are not good. They're fucking dull and lifeless. Even like the vocal performances on the song aren't that great. Like I said though, there is one good riff. Throughout the whole 9 minutes, there's one goddamn good riff. I almost forgot to talk about the personnel. We do have Gene Hoglan on this album. leaving another shearing impression of the band. Easily the best part of this whole album. But we also have 2 new guys. You got Bobby Colbeal on guitar, some unknown guy, and Kelly Conlon on bass, who's alright. He does a pretty good job of getting into Sacred Serenity. And I believe that Chuck actually wanted to get Steve DiGiorgio for this album, but his contract wouldn't let him, or something like that. Either this or Sound of Perseverance. But I'm going to give Symbolic an 8.5 out of 10.